Alrighty. So from what Elfman said, at best, he's going to be running from the airport and watching this on his phone.
Oh, okay, yeah, because I saw that flying out this afternoon.
He said that was at best. So yeah, judging on how airports usually are, I,
Well,
I'm not
that's the
expecting
thing.
anything.
Also with like customs and
Yeah. Oh, because he left the country, of course. Yeah, so he'd have all that extra. Yep.
mm.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, he might be lucky.
We'll see. Um,
I just picked up a new pistol.
what'd you find?
It's the Star version.
Yeah, so legendary.
Yeah, the Deliverer.
From the railroad. Yeah.
Yeah, 43 damage. Love it.
Yep. Yep. Yeah, they're good for if you're going the sneaky route.
Yes.
Because they're all
There's the
silenced weapons, and
silencer.
yeah,
Mm.
yeah. Wait until you get a Gauss rifle with a silencer.
I'm up to 42 now.
Fucking hell, you've been hooning it.
I haven't been playing the last few days because we've been moving everything, but that's all done now. So
How did that all go?
a long 3 days.
Yep.
But got there and pretty much yesterday I was wrecked. I slept I think most of the day,
Hmm.
but no, it was good. It's all done now. That's the main thing, and so much more room as well for the bird room, and for the 3D printed room. That's all I need. So
Yep. Okay, so that's worked well at least. That's good.
yeah,
I knew I forgot something. I printed out some of the stat blocks for um, some of the upcoming scenes and then left them on the printer. That sounds like me. So we'll see if
all,
Trish decides
all
to join. And
Elf online on his phone anyway.
okay,
The most important people are on Trish.
there's 2 minutes until we're supposed to be starting.
Yeah, with the most important
Rob
people.
comes on at 7:30. Elfman's on his way back from the airport. He said he was going to be late. It's his first one that he hasn't been able to attend. So calm your farm. And drank fucking moonshine or whatever the hell it was. Like I passed the first test. I didn't go blind.
Got the YouTube in his ear.
Cool. Does that mean the
Nothing.
sound's working?
He's probably in customs right now, trying to talk his way out of all the smuggling that he's doing.
Or if you're going the sneaky route.
Yes.
Um,
Now, Sarah, if you can hear anything, he is not smuggling anything. Trust us. I'm a whale biologist. You're not at customs yet. Okay. All right. Well, when you get there and they take your phone, then I'll start talking. I'm gonna get you in trouble at least sometimes.
are you going to make it to the drop point in time? You've got the 100 grand, right?
it's in your ass, isn't it?
Oh, Jesus. Oh, that got dark quickly.
be expected. Now what do I need? I need you open. Flat sheet. What I need? Oh, that's right. I had a bit of I lost a bit of health, didn't I? That's not right.
Alright, you speed that enough with you showing me men that are unobtainable.
7:31, and Rob's not here. Jesus.
What do you mean?
Well, he's on Discord, so that's a positive.
Yeah.
Gonna say, has he got a message yet? Hey, hey.
Hey everyone,
Evening.
how you guys?
Yeah, doing well.
Cool.
Elfman is stuck in customs at the moment, apparently.
Oh,
As we expected.
fair.
Probably awaiting the cavity search, so.
Mm.
Eagerly awaiting the cavity search, I think.
He specially requested it.
Yeah, yeah, they didn't even ask it of him.
We rang through ahead and said to keep an eye out for him.
If you see a man who looks like a hobo,
Mhm, mhm.
but he's got expensive plane tickets, yeah.
Yeah.
Explain that one to me.
The kid that's with him is not his kid.
Oh,
Oh.
jeez.
Well and well.
Okay, drug stuff was bad. That's next level, man. Mental note, don't ever piss you off. Jesus Christ.
Hey Trish.
Or she'll be figuring out if her microphone works. Hey, she's here. Excellent.
Trish, did I hear you correctly before? Saying that when you're in surgery, you got hungry for steak?
No.
Oh, okay, I heard wrong. Okay.
No. I just got hungry. What the?
Oh,
That's a really good paw print. That's so good. No, it's like mine. Now you just tattoo it. I'll just put a paw print on her foot.
Perfect.
Like perfect paw print. She could actually get it tattooed on her.
You two could have matching tattoos. What?
Yeah, no, doing a surgery. Trying to find a vessel and just looking at the muscle, and it looked very much like meat, and I got hungry.
Has nothing to do with her cannibalistic tendencies at all. We swear.
Hey, it's all red meat. Tastes like chicken, apparently.
Pork, apparently.
Yeah, that's what
Oh,
I've had.
Yeah, that's what the pygmies reckon.
Also, cannibals don't like tattooed skin, so if you're tattooed, they won't go for you.
Oh, okay. Well, that's okay. then.
Huh.
That was Jeffrey Dahmer, wasn't it, that said that? I'm pretty sure that's where the quote is for that one. He deliberately
That would actually make sense.
Yeah, he ate one person that had tattoos and he went, no, never again. Alrighty, well, Elfman is here in spirit. He will possibly show up a little bit later, depending on how much time he enjoys with customs.
If he gets through.
Yeah. Look, if he ends up in lockup tonight, we'll know why. How's that pot in your bodyboard, man?
Yeah.
Alrighty. Alrighty. So session 7. Few things happened in the last session. The group managed to successfully collect an entire truckload of fuel and bring it back to Abby's Chuckle Hut. That was returned. You rested. You got back on the road and headed to your original target location. During that time of bringing back that truck, Rotclaw was unfortunately hit by said truck and injured.
On purpose.
Look, that's to be decided. If you want to bring him up on charges on that, that's up to you. Marvin did manage to successfully take everybody on a wonderful road trip at about 10 kilometers an hour through the wasteland and rising floodwaters. You then got back on the road, made it down to the Red Rocket as of nightfall. The heavy rain continuing the entire way and hindering your progress somewhat. When you arrived, you found that the Red Rocket was occupied by a small handful of raiders of some sort, or scavengers, which you then attempted to remove from the premises. HAL 9001 went Matrix through a window and crashed in to say hello. Abby manually removed a landmine in the quickest way she could, Rotclaw taking most of it to his face.
Yeah.
So that was fun. And we have left off at the point where the premises have been secured. You have removed the raiders from the inside of the building. You have gone through a couple of the rooms, smashing the toilets and the register computer. You've looted what you can from the scavenger's supply room and taken things that are there. And you now come in at a point where you are deciding what you would like to do next to start fulfilling one of your first objectives, which is to secure bulk quantities of fuel. Now, just in notes, Marvin, you did need to level up.
Oh,
I don't know if you have done that already.
oh, that's odd.
You
Thought I
g-
did.
you gave yourself your robotics expert perk, but you didn't actually level up to level 4.
There we go.
And I don't know if you gave yourself a skill point and a combat skill point.
If I leveled up, should I have healed fully?
Nope.
Okay.
Nope. That's Elfman follows that rule in
did.
D&D.
Yeah. Okay.
I have chosen not to in this campaign. One of the things that did amuse me was AI generating Rotclaw being run over by a fuel tanker. That was the one that made me giggle the most. There was a
That's
lot
big
of...
damage then.
It really struggled with the description I was giving it. It couldn't figure out a super mutant with his back against the front of a truck and pushing it sideways. That was the closest I could get. Most of them were out of proportion super mutants riding a fuel tanker truck with chains wrapped around it like a bridle on a horse. So that was... This one at least looked like the exact moment that Rotclaw got hit.
Just bounced.
Well, I was thinking more like Marvin had gunned it so hard that it wheel stand uh, as it went over.
I just love it how there's a tiny little car under.
There's this little out of proportion car down there. Yeah, there's a lot of weirdness in those pictures. So we move on to our current scene. So you are all inside the building. It is now 1800 hours. It is still pouring rain outside. I have turned off that effect because it seems to tank the absolute shit out of my laptop. So I've decided to turn that off. Picture it as it is continuing to rain hard while we're here. Now, what would you like to do? It is starting to get later.
Have we searched? We haven't searched everywhere yet, have we?
So currently, you have searched everywhere inside this main area. You've gone through the supply room here, and you smashed all the toilets in the toilet area at the back.
Oh, that's right.
So you have not been into the garage. There's no internal access into the garage where they would do repairs on cars. And you have not really looked around outside at all. As there was, a sniper on the roof when you approached last night. So,
All right. Can I go out to the garage? But I just want to search for any leftover mines that they've left.
okay, so out in the dark, do you have a source of light to aid you? Do you have one of the flashlights on you?
No, I don't. So, I do have a signal flare.
I'll go out and help Rocklaw with my flashlight.
So you do know from experience that a signal flare will produce a massive amount of light and fluorescent orange smoke,
Yeah.
and it will last for about an hour. If you would like to have Marvin help you,
Yeah, right, fine. Or maybe keep that for something else.
so you know
Yeah.
that there was a tripwire next to the icebox on the outside over here because you stepped over it and then stepped back and came inside the building. You have not explored anywhere else. So where in particular are you looking?
Marvin, I reckon we should go have a look at the garage.
That sounds good.
Go to the garage first?
Yep.
All right. So
I'll let you walk first, Marvin, because you got the flashlight.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So in which case, Rotclaw, you said you were looking out. How do you want to do it? Do you want to do two separate roles, or would you prefer to simply have aid from Marvin?
I reckon have. I don't know which one's better.
Completely up to you.
All right, two separate roles.
All right.
All right.
So in which case, as you are getting towards the garage, if you can give me a perception and explosives roll.
Explosives. Yep. Okay.
Was
2d20s. That is 2 successes.
2 successes.
2 fails. The duality of man.
So, Marvin, you don't spot anything. Rotclaw, you see up ahead there is a well-constructed can-shaped mound just in front of the open garage door.
Okay.
Do you let Marvin know, or do you allow him to keep walking?
I'll pull him back just before he gets to it and go,
Oh.
look at that. Diffuse that.
Use it. I don't really know how to do explosives.
Okay, well I do. I've got 4 on explosives, so I'll pull him behind. You hold the
Okay.
light, and I'll have a go at it.
Yeah, that sounds better. Slowly backing away, just so
So
still keeping the light on the pile.
so you'll easily be able to keep it lit in the rain here. Rotclaw working away. So in which case, if you're going to try to disarm this, can you give me an agility and explosives roll?
Okay, I'm going to use an action point.
Sure can. Which you will now notice you have unlocked a 6th slot for that, as HAL 9001 has upgraded.
Oh, yep. 3 successes.
3. Okay. So you regain that action point back, and you manage to successfully disarm this powder charge. So you now have one that is inert. If you wanted to hand that off to HAL 9001, he's currently carrying powder charges.
Oh, is he? Okay,
Yeah.
cool. Well, yep, I'll give that to him.
Yep. So if you want to increase in his ammo, he's got powder charges there.
Ammo. Oh, he doesn't? Oh, no, wrong person.
The green
There we
one.
go. Green one. It's always a green one.
It's always the green one. So you have successfully disarmed that one.
Where's the entrance? Is it where the
So
car is?
it
or-
is right where the car is. So there is a one of the garage roller doors that is basically jammed open.
Alright, we'll grab that torch and let's have a look at what else we got. And I'll just push Marvin in the door.
Straight in.
Yeah,
Right.
right. I'm looking.
So
Get wet out here, bitch.
even without the flashlight, you notice as soon as you step in, there is the familiar silhouette of some swarms of radroaches. But these ones are glowing a fluorescent green.
Oh, god damn it.
So
Hey, I could use an explosive in here as I slowly walk back again.
Green, uranium.
so with
Blow it
that,
up.
we will enter initiative as you have disrupted these groups. Now, presumably, if you've handed this off, you've got HAL 9001 following you here. Abby, were you following along as well?
I was gonna go and look around the cars, but I seem to hear a commotion and come over.
So we'll say that you're just leaving. Okay. Alrighty, so in which case, hearing that, Abby, you can go first. Just hearing Marvin going, can we get some explosives in here?
Hmm. All right. So how far can I go?
You can move to close range, so you could move up to
Mm-hmm.
the garage door.
Yep. All right. And can I throw? I don't know. What's gonna be better here, a tomahawk or a spear?
Well, your tomahawk is close range, which is the blue. Your spear is medium range. So you would be able to hit the front two packs with your spear if you throw that. Okay. So we'll label that one as A. Alrighty, so give me a roll to hit.
4 and 7.
Okay, your target number is 12. So that is 3 successes. Yep. Okay, so that is absolutely a hit. You generate 1 action point. So you roll me damage.
2, 3, 1.
The spear is 5d6.
Add 2 more then. 2, 1. So 2, 3, 1, 2, 1.
Okay, so that is going to be 6 damage, and you do piercing, so... You manage to skewer multiple of these rad roaches in this pack.
You're welcome.
Like bounces off the ground and like just rebounds.
They're all lined up in a row, shish kebab style.
Chuck it on the fire.
So 3 of the rad roaches in that group have been skewered. So there's only 1 left there. So coming up next is Rotclaw.
Okay, so being that they're rad roaches, let's just go up to the closest one, and I'm just gonna punch it with my knuckles.
So you can move. You'd be able to slide around the car. You would not make it into melee range with them from that distance.
Oh, really?
So you can move that far.
Okay. Well,
So
if that's the case, then I'll fire at them then.
so with your weapon, that is a medium range weapon. Is that correct?
Yep.
Okay. So you would be able to hit the back ones if you were aiming at the ones in front. That would be an increased difficulty.
Yeah, the back one's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Two successes.
2 successes. Okay. So that is enough in this spotty dark area. So roll for damage.
Okay. 3, 4, 5, 6, 6.
Okay, so that is 3 damage. If you would like, you can hold the trigger down and burst fire onto one of the other packs.
Sounds good.
So
Do I
you
roll for
spend an
damage again?
no, so it's just sharing this the same damage.
Okay.
So you've done 3 damage to 2 of them. So you need to just spend an extra ammo there.
Yep.
Alrighty. So up next is Marvin.
I'm going to pull out my combat knife and walk up to the rad roaches. Let's go up to B and stab them.
Straight up to... so B is the one at the back.
Oh, at the back.
Yeah, so
Oh, sorry.
you've got A and D are the closest two.
Oh, let's go up to D.
Okay.
Target 11. Let's go. Oh, 2 fails.
They are too quick to flit around you as you slash at them. Alrighty. HAL 9001 will be just idling outside at this point. And he will defend himself if anything gets close. So up next is the rad roaches. So they will attempt to swarm the closest targets. So D is going to go for flitting all about Marvin. Alright, and they manage to swarm up and climb all over you.
Oh.
And they do 6 damage. So that is
Jeez.
physical.
Oh, yeah. So that's reduced by 2,
By
isn't it?
2, yep. Is your
Cool.
physical resistance, so that'll be 4 hit points. The next group, A, is going to go for Rockclaw. They do the same thing, climbing up your legs as you're firing at the ones behind. And they do 3 physical damage.
Being that they're irradiated, shouldn't that like heal me?
No, so they have been clawing at you. It's not healing you directly.
But I've got, is it 5 resistance?
So you've got 1 physical resistance.
Mine say 5.
Where are you getting 5 from?
Oh no, that's Hal. Whoops.
What?
I took the damage off Hal. Whoops.
All
Oh,
right.
you saw nothing.
If you want to fix that up, put that back on it.
I did.
Yeah. Okie dokie. So B and C are going to be flittering up, and they are going to be going for the source of light, which currently is
Oh, no.
Marvin. God, I'm knocking down the toilet doors. It's all happening. You are too fast for them, though. They are just wailing on your armor, or you're ducking out of the way. So up next is Abby.
Alrighty. Wait, what happened there? Not skewered anymore.
So there's multiple on each tile. You've skewered a few of them. So that's your spear.
Alright. Well, since Chris group is now a bit closer, I throw my tomahawk at them.
If you... Yeah, you would just be in range there. So throw a tomahawk.
13 and 1.
Okay, so the 1 is 2 successes. That's enough. So roll damage.
2, 2, 4, 1, 6.
Okay. And that was to A, so you swiftly dispatch the last one that's going for Rotclaw. Alrighty. Anything else that you're doing, or? So you haven't used your minor action yet, so you could move if you want. Yep. Okay. I'll say that's your tomahawk as well. Okay. Just making a pile. It's fine. All right. Up next is Rocklaw.
All right. So there's only one pack left.
There are 3 packs left.
Oh, 3 packs.
Yeah,
Okay.
so there is 4 rad roaches in each pack.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. So from where I am, I'm just gonna. There's one right in front of me.
You would need to move forward a step, but yes.
Let's move forward and go unarmed.
Mhm.
That
So that
is
is B that you're aiming for.
2 successes.
Yep.
How does it work? Because I got one. I got a 1 and a 20.
Yep. So the 1 is 2 successes. The 20 is a critical fail.
Yeah. How does that work?
So if it made sense, I would be able to apply something there. In this case, I won't. 2 successes is fine. You generate an action point. In melee, you are not at any disadvantage here. It is well lit. So if you want to roll
we
damage.
have 6, 6, 2, and 1.
All right, so that is enough. You violently swing and bludgeon the last of the roaches in that pack.
That's about right.
Fluorescent green guts flying all over you.
Just do a bit of a lick.
Of course you would.
Yum.
All right, up next is Marvin.
All right, let's go for a stab. I'm going to burn an action point as well for this one.
Sure. Okay.
So that's 3d20. Let's go. 2 successes.
2. Okay.
Mhm.
So you generate that action point back. Easy.
Right.
And roll me damage.
46. 6132.
All right, so that's going to be 4 damage. And which one is that you're aiming for, sorry?
The one right in front of me, climbing on me at the moment.
Yep. Okay, so D.
So I'm grabbing them and stomping the shit out of them.
Stabbing and stomping, you manage to remove half of the pack there in that turn. Hal 9001 is just revving his Ripper hand, not actually doing anything constructive. So these ones, D will swarm you. C, not having any luck, will instead go for this bright yellow power armor behind you. Flitting and flying all over the place. So D will do 3 physical damage and 2 energy damage. That this one will bite you and flare its wings. Marvin?
Wow.
So as it flutters its wings, the green glows brightly, and it unleashes this pulse at you. Abby, they crawl all up and try to get inside your armor with you in the exposed sections, and they nip at you for 6 damage,
Ew.
6 physical.
So did I take damage from that green pulse? Sorry?
Yeah, so 2 energy damage.
2 energy.
Yep.
Okay, so 1. Cool.
I'm gonna need some healing.
Taking some hits there. Alrighty, well, you are up next.
Plus 2 HP on a first aid kit seems a bit low for something costing 200 caps.
So your first aid kit has multiple uses, and your medic adds a lot to what a first aid kit heals. So you got medic novice and medic expert, which then adds another 3 HP.
Okay. I'm going to heal myself.
Okay, so you will have a more difficult time healing yourself rather than someone else. So if you can give me an intelligence and medicine.
Use some action points.
So 2 D20. 4 and 3.
So that is 2 successes. So in which case you heal yourself. Where are we? What is your intelligence plus your medicine skill, so you heal 9 points for the first aid skill. Are you using a first aid kit?
Oh, okay, so it's added on to that.
Yeah, so it's additive. So you can do first aid without any supplies, or you can use your first aid kit and we roll as to whether you have depleted that first aid kit through this action.
No, 9's good.
You're happy with 9? Okay. Alrighty, so that is your major action. Do you want to move at all or perform a minor action of any sort?
And I collect my spear and my tomahawk.
You would have a path. Yes, I would say because they're only small rad roaches. You're in power armor. If you push through your friends,
Be
you
able
can
to
stop
step
there.
on them as she goes through.
I'm not giving you that as well. Come on. Jeez, you ask a bit. Alrighty, so up next is Rocklaw.
All right. Okay, we got one left in front.
And then one left behind that Abby has just run away from.
Oh yeah. All right. I'll just go for the ones in front of me.
Mm-hmm.
Do I still have them on me?
No, Abby killed the last of the ones that were on you.
Oh, okay, cool. I'll use a action point.
Mhm.
We have 3 successes.
3 successes, so that regenerates your action points back up again.
Yeah.
And roll damage.
We want 46. Okay, 1, 2, 4, and 6.
Okay, so that is going to be 4 physical damage, and you can stun them if you want.
Yeah, sounds good.
So there is 1 left in that pack, and you've hit it hard. It's looking partially crippled. Only one of its wings is working.
Aw.
It's on its last legs. Would you like to spend a minor action?
And I spend a minor action and like pull the wings off it.
No, that would be. I would consider that a grapple. If you want to do that, I'm not letting you attack twice using minor actions.
Well, I wasn't going to attack. I was just going to pull its wings off.
Look, if you want to huff some jet, you can give yourself an extra major action.
Nah. I'll save my jet.
You're
for rad roaches.
You're all potheads.
Yeah.
And Marvin's going, and how?
Lovely drugs.
All right. Well, up next is Marvin.
Burn an action point. Let's go for another stab.
Mhm.
3 successes.
Easy. So you generate your action point back.
Right. And 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 2, 1.
Okay, so that's going to be 5 damage. You now, which one were you aiming at? The ones in front or the ones behind?
I think the ones in front, they're the ones that were crawling on me, aren't they?
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that is the last one is smushed. So that is D that you were standing on there. Easy. So you've got one set now behind you. Did you want to spend your minor action doing anything?
What could I do?
So you can move, you can take jet, you can take buffour, you could chug a beer.
You know what? I'm going to take aim at the rad roach, and my turn there.
I don't have a beer.
So just remembering aim doesn't work with melee
Yeah, I
attacks.
know.
Only works with ranged, but
I'm staring at it though,
no,
menacingly.
All right.
Away in fear.
HAL 9001 is holding the exit. It is now their turn. The last of the
I thought Hal said he threw a Molotov cocktail in there.
Oh god, he's not giving us commands from customs, is he?
No, I was kidding. It's probably what he wants to do, but
yeah,
He
that's
can't start talking about throwing bombs and shit in the middle of an airport.
yeah. Just make sure you aim it right.
Roll.
Yeah.
check his bag.
Oh god.
It's in his ass.
What, the whole bag?
Yeah, it's a big bag.
His carry-on is just a little baggie of drugs, and he's shelved his entire suitcase instead. All right. So the last of these rad roaches flare up, and at the deaths of so many of their comrades, both of the ones that are left do an AoE pulse. So you see both of them flapping their wings and green energy building up, and then it is all released like a lightning bolt around them. And so to Marvin and Rotclaw, you take 6 energy damage.
Oof.
And then it is Abby's turn.
Fuck.
So you have 2 small ones that have just AoE pulsed.
Alright. So I'm gonna yell out and go, "Oi, duck." Why? Throw my spear at them. I throw my spear through the middle.
All right, so we'll say that as you're yelling that, you are aiming for your minor action, which means you can re-roll one of your d20s if you would like.
11 and 9.
Oh, thank God.
All right, so 2 successes, just enough. Roll damage.
5, 4, 4, 2, 3.
So you manage to hit one of them. The last one just ducks out of the way as it sails past. If you would like to re-roll one of those d20s because you aimed first. If you can get under your tag skill, you can get 1 more success. Okay. So you've got 1 left on his last legs. In that pack. Rotclaw, you're up.
All right, he's behind me, isn't he?
Yeah. So you've just been hit in the back by this pulse of fluorescent green energy that felt like electricity going off
Well,
at you.
technically, that would have hit the TARDIS, so the TARDIS would have absorbed it.
It's a really big AoE
So
coming
is the
from
TARDIS. It's
two
really
different
big.
ones.
All right, I'm going to spin around and I'm going to punch him again, and I'm going to use
Mhm.
the action point.
Using an action point. Yep.
We have 3 successes,
Easy. You've generated that back.
and we have
As long as you've got at least 1 point of damage.
4, 5, 5, 6.
Yep. Easy. So how does the last rad roach die?
I'm going to pick him up, and like he gets attached to the knuckles, and I'm
Yep.
going to pick him up and I'm going to eat him. Like he bite his head off.
Oh god. A gruesome display from Rotclaw, and that is
It's like green chicken.
All right. So first off, everybody can have 1 experience for defeating the rad roaches.
Woohoo!
Yay.
Yeah, they're only roaches.
Yes, it's 1.
It's not even worth putting on there.
Okay, just remember that this is not like D&D.
You got to impress her, you know.
Yeah, this 1 shit, nah.
All right. Now that they're dead, let's search this area, and then I need to crash because I'm pretty fucking tired as a super mutant, been going all day long.
Even with eating your
Yeah,
sustenance.
well, no. See, I need a nap after I have an eat. So you know, it's I've just had a bit of
Yeah.
a munch. I need to have a nap. Like that's normal.
So what you notice when you're inside this garage area is that it stinks of old grease and that back of a mechanic's workshop kind of smell, but also something else rank, and it's like these rad roaches must have been nesting in the back underneath the benches. You also notice that there is a computer, which I can actually physically put that in. I
I don't know
forgot
what's
about
going
that.
on. Hang on.
Hang on. Right here.
How do
I think I'm here.
I'm not letting me do it.
It is letting you do it.
Oh, hang on.
Yeah. See, I told you.
There is no symbol for.
So there is a computer in the back of the garage that you can access. There is miscellaneous racks of tools and bits and pieces as well that you see around the place.
Now I'm not good computer, so someone else need to have a look at computer.
I'll go over and have a look at the computer, start logging on and
Mhm.
seeing what's available.
So straight away, you notice that there is no security on this at all. The only things that you find relevant are 2 different commands. So one is fuel reserve inventory levels, and the second command is to unlock the fuel loading switchboard.
I'll have a look at the inventory first.
Yep. So the inventory starts bringing up rows and rows of data. Most of it you don't really understand, but you do find the important bits for what you're concerned with. Petroleum, there is 24,327 gallons. And diesel, there is 8,901 gallons.
How many liters?
A lot.
This is in America. They don't deal in liters.
I'm in metric.
You communist swine.
I'm a metric super mutant.
I thought super mutants couldn't count.
What? What do you mean? I'm just metric. What are you? I identify as metric.
So
Right.
what you find is that there is a significant amount in the tanks buried underneath the red rocket.
Hey, boss, we should probably give the guys a call and let them know that we've secured this place and they should come round and collect all this.
Agreed. Go ahead and do that.
Boss, don't you have the
Who's carrying the two radios?
Who's got the radio?
So Abby's got
boss
one.
carrying the radio? Yeah, she's carrying the radio.
I'm indisposed, so I throw it at him.
Cool.
He's having a vape.
Well, better than me than Hal, I guess.
Well, Hal's the other person who has one, so
Yeah.
it'd be nice that they don't have to talk to him for once.
All right, so I'll call up the NCR. Hi, this is Abby's group.
Abby's group, we receive you. This is Major Irving. What have you located over?
We've secured a red rocket. Shit ton of fuel here.
That's what we wanted to hear. Have you got access to the tanks?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, no security on it. We can unlock it at any time.
Excellent. All right, we will send trucks out. Move on to your next objectives. Let us know how they go.
Aye,
Aye, Captain.
aye.
Abby's
We're
chuckle hut
pirates, right?
over and out. Yes.
Aye, aye, Admiral Butthead.
You're hoping that Marvin released the button on the radio before you said that, I'm assuming.
Nope. They heard the.
They-
No,
They heard the.
that was said within my suit, and nobody heard it because I was chuckling to myself.
And I'll pass the radio back to Abby. All right, boys are on the way, so I guess we'll just tuck her in for the night.
I reckon we crash here for the night.
Yeah.
Alrighty. So
Alrighty.
are you?
I did see some sleeping bags out there, so
There are some pretty festy sleeping bags in the main area. It is somewhat dry apart from the gaping hole in the roof. But that's nowhere near the sleeping bags. You might get a decent night's sleep in here. Now, are you setting up watches, or what are you wanting to do?
I reckon we all rest while Hal does the watch. He doesn't need to rest. He's a robot, so.
He does still need to recharge, so he will be running on reserve power, which will cause a level of exhaustion for him.
Yeah, that's fine.
He will be performing at
We're
less
gonna
than.
take care of it. I'll split a watch with Hal.
All right. In which case, if somebody would like to roll a d20 for Hal, he'll take first watch.
Five.
5. Okay.
5.
All right. Look, since he's not here, I will roll his check for him then. Elfman, your character's perception is dog shit, and his outdoorsman is dog shit. Just putting it out there. So that is 2 fails. Hal notices absolutely nothing. It gets to around about 2 a.m. The 3 of you are completely asleep, with Hal keeping watch. He does not notice anything at all when 2 super mutants are wandering past outside.
Well, as long as they wander past, it's fine. It is pouring rain.
It is still pouring rain. So in which case, what I will have is all 4 of you roll. I will roll for Hal, but if you can roll for agility plus sneak.
Agility plus sneak.
Oh no.
This is once again a passive one to see whether you are noticed.
Can I burn an action point?
All right, so Marvin is burning an action point.
Yeah, I'll use an action point.
Oh shit! Still failed.
Okay.
2 successes.
Okay, so Rotclaw.
Marvin is snoring.
At least the rain's covering your snoring.
Agility plus sneak,
Yep, agility plus sneak.
which is 8. I've got 1/8. The other's 18.
Okay, so that is 1 for Abby. And 0 for 2 fails from Hal. And the 2 of them are looking around at the Bowsers, and they hear the sound of the thruster from HAL 9001 just inside. And one of them turns around and he does the whole, huh? What's that? Hey. And he gestures to the other one. And they both come and look inside, spotting HAL 9001 floating inside the smashed window. One of them immediately opens fire with his flamethrower. So we are entering initiative here.
We still haven't healed from the last one, have we?
Not yet.
Good.
Well, we've been asleep for what, 5-6 hours. We would have healed a little, wouldn't we?
You don't get a partial
Oh.
heal, and alright, so HAL 9001 takes 7 energy damage. So that is... what's that? That's going to be 16. Cool. The shelves inside both go up in flames. The internal parts of the building are now on fire. And with that, it is Abby's turn.
Alright. Humming.
Now, you are lying down in your sleeping bed, and suddenly part of the inside of the building is now on fire.
Okay. Well, my immediate reaction is to into my armor.
That would be your minor and your major. That?
Yeah.
Now, do you to take any drugs or action. But in your chems,
Okay. Jet 3 rounds. Okay. So to take one of them.
give you action. Now these two super are currently outside. For you to hit them would be quite difficult from here. I would say you would just be able to reach with your spear.
I'll throw the spear.
Mm-hmm.
10 and 19.
Okay, so your spear clatters through the window, goes sailing past, ends up on the car outside. Up next is Rocklaw.
Alright, so I hear this. I roll over and see the two super mutants out the front.
Mhm.
And I
It
grab my
would be
jet.
also mostly dark in here, just keeping that in mind.
Yeah, but there's fire everywhere, so
You've
you've
got yes, you've got the shelves on fire. That's true.
Yeah, so there's enough light to see.
Yep.
So I will take my jet.
Mhm.
I'll run over as far as I can go.
Okay, so are you going minor action and major action, or
Just minor.
so that's your minor gets you to there.
And okay, then I'm going to use an action point, and I'm going to aim at the first one. Or not aim, just fire at the first one through the window.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So in which case you would actually want to be a little bit back
A little
from
bit
where you are,
back a bit. Yep.
so that you can sight them up a little bit
Yep.
better. That would
Two.
move them into your sweet spot there.
Yep. 2 successes.
2 successes, so just enough.
And 5, 3, 6, 3, 2.
Okay, so that is 4 physical damage. You would be able to trigger the
Burst.
burst effect. However,
Yep.
you would be rolling against whether you're going to hit Hal in this case.
That's fine. He's got plenty of healing.
All right. So in which case, roll me a d6 to see whether you actually hit him or whether you hit the other super mutant.
2.
2. So that is successfully hitting a super mutant. So that is applying that damage. Now they shrug off a lot of the damage of those bullets. They're like yourself. They're hardy individuals.
Yep.
All right.
Now, being I did jet, does that mean I'd get another major action?
You have another major action. You can fire again, or you can do something else.
Yep. Let's fire again. 2 successes.
So once again, just enough. Roll damage.
Okay. 1, 5, 3, 6, 6.
Okay, so basically exactly the same as last time. Would you like to try to burst and hit the second super mutant?
Yep.
Okay, so roll me a d6.
1.
1. Once again, you've managed to hit the other one. So in total, you should have spent 4 ammo here
4 ammo.
in that turn.
Yep.
Alrighty, up next is Marvin.
All right. grabbing my laser musket, rolling up, and taking a shot at one of the super mutants.
That is long range, is that correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. So he is right in the sweet spot. Yeah, you'd be able to aim for either of those, either through the window or through the door.
Great. Let's go the one on camera right.
Now,
So-
sorry, are you doing anything for your minor action?
So-
So-
No, Psycho doesn't help me with my shooting target, does it?
No.
No.
So you could use the aim minor action
Yeah, I'll do it on
before
aim.
you fire. So that's where you're taking a second, lining it up.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we'll take aim then.
Mhm.
And then
That lets you
and
roll
I'll-
1d20. Sorry, re-roll 1d20. So if there's either one of them are terrible.
Alright, re-rolling one of them. 2 successes.
2 successes, easy. So which one are you aiming for? The one with the flamethrower at the window or the other one at the door?
Well, let's go with the flamethrower one. He seems like
Flamethrower?
most dangerous.
Yeah.
And then 5d6.
Yep.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 4, 1, 6, 4, 2.
Okay, so that is 4 energy damage. And then that also, you've triggered piercing, so that means he takes the full brunt of that hit. Goes straight through his armor.
Nice. That's me done.
He is bloodied. He's hurting. Little burns on him from the laser shot. Sparking out. He is enraged by this. And his friend goes in first, charging in. He then charges in as well. Now, his friend just simply wails on the Mr. Handy robot as hard as he can. So he does 6 physical damage to Hal. Hal shrugs off most of it. The gentleman with the flamethrower fires a burst, which hits both Rotclaw and Abby. And he does 5 energy damage to each of you. The diner bench itself is now on fire. The computer that you smashed on the floor has now caught fire from the earlier blast. Abby, do you need me to remove your HP for you?
Yes, please. It's easier for you to do it anyway. It's really difficult on the tablet.
Okay, and so now both of you are also on fire. So you will continue to take damage for the next 2 rounds.
Oh.
All right, back to Abby. Your turn. You've just been hit by the blast of a flamethrower. Now you can spend a major action putting the flames out. Otherwise, they will continue to burn at the end of this turn.
Put them out.
So that leaves you with a minor action. Sorry, you took Jet before. So you've still actually got another major action as well.
Okay. So I move over and have a little bit of cover here.
Mm-hmm.
And
The wall of flames is coming towards that area as well from the earlier burst. So you're in an enclosed area. The diner itself is on fire. So basically, this area here is not on fire currently. That's about it. Okay.
Can I still throw?
No, you've used your. Oh, sorry. No, you had an extra major action. Yes, you can still throw. So your tomahawks would be within range here.
7 and 1.
Okay, how many successes is that?
5 and 12.
Yep. So a 1 is 2 successes. The 7 is 1 success, so that's 3. So that generates you an action point if you want to roll damage.
1, 5, 1, 5.
Alright, so that is 4 damage. Which one are you aiming for? The one with the flamethrower or the unarmed one?
Is this the flamethrower one?
Flamethrower, yep.
Yeah.
Alright, so the tomahawk thuds into him. And he bellows and rips it out, clattering it to the ground. So that is now on the floor there. Up next is Rocklaw.
Okay, so I'm on fire.
You are
So
currently on
you said-
fire, so a major action to pat yourself out, or you can ignore it, and you will automatically take damage at the end of this turn.
Yeah, I've got so I've got another major action on me, don't I?
Correct. You're in the
Right.
same state as Abby.
So literally, I'm on fire, but Matrix style, slow mo action style.
Yes.
Awesome. So I'm gonna do the like Neo style to put myself out, but like really, it's super fast.
Yep.
Okay, and then Impact, is that a minor or a major?
So that is a minor to administer a chem.
Am I too close to fire?
You can still fire. It just increases the difficulty.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna stim pack myself.
Mhm.
So is that just +4, or is it on top of anything else?
That will just be straight +4. So unless you have a perk that changes what stim packs do.
No, that's right. Okay, so +4, and then I'm going to use an action point and fire at the closest.
So using an action point. Yep.
3 successes.
That's just enough. So roll damage.
Okay, we have 5, 2, 2, 2, 5.
Alright. The super mutant with the flamethrower takes every single round that you fire. Center of mass. And slumps back against Hal 9000, who kind of pushes him sideways as he falls to the ground, bleeding out.
Nice.
So he is dead.
Good job, Hal.
I agree.
Now,
And I did good.
as you did that, if you would like to hold the trigger down, you can once again attempt to hit the other super mutant.
Yep, sounds good.
Okay. Spend another ammo.
I rolled a 2.
You're rolling the right numbers.
I am.
Alright, so that means that he also cops damage. And blood is just pouring off of this super mutant, and he's getting really worked up into a rage.
Yes.
next is Marvin.
Let's burn an action point, and I'm gonna shoot again with the laser musket.
It's a burning one, yep.
My TN.
Once
Two
again,
successes.
yep, so 2 successes is enough.
Right. 2, 3, 4, 5. 5, 2, 2, 4, 1.
Alright, so that is going to be... so close. So he gets the wind knocked out of him as you hit him square in the chest with that shot, and smoke is pluming up out of the hole that you've created. And he's looking down at it, and then he looks back up at you, and his eyes are just red, glowing for
Oh,
you.
good.
All right, put me in, coach. I think I'm next.
Hal 9001, you are standing next to the super mutant that just got shot. He is the last one left, and he is very close to death.
Yep. Cool. Dice. D20s. Ripper. Boom. A million. 4 successes. Sorry. I know I'm using a tag skill, sadly. So
So what's
2
that?
successes.
2 successes, so that's... you still generate back
Yeah.
an action point. So
Yeah.
roll
3,
damage for me.
4.
You need 1 damage.
Yeah, I've got 6. Had an
Okay.
effect.
So how does the second super mutant die?
Hal kind of like, you see his subroutines running, and he immediately he realizes that his evil subroutine has triggered him out of his stasis, and he rippers off one of his hands.
Which it looks down as...
He's been this passive Hal just sitting there floating for like hours. I was like, it just fires up.
and bam, and the hand is gone. Alrighty.
I'm assuming that's a faux hand.
Uh,
Not super following what's been going on, but yeah.
this is on you. Been a
Mhm.
couple of super mutants investigating. They saw a shiny robot that ignored them
Ah, that's
entirely
Yeah, so
when
I
he
had
was
to-
on.
I let the game up. Yep.
Yep.
Nice. Once again, I am the cornerstone of our success.
So you completely failed to notice them. You completely failed to alert the rest of the party.
Well, why do I presume that they're evil? Last time I had a super mutant around, he wasn't evil. You just
True.
went on your motor hobo rampage again. That's some people that you hadn't identified as friend or foe. Probably.
Yeah. So at this moment, almost all of the internals of this place is now on fire. So
We should probably put that out.
you want to talk me through how you're planning to do this? So
well,
it is.
the water's coming in through the hole.
It is still pouring rain outside. So basically, where the 2 is, there is rain coming in and pulling here, and stopping anything from getting too badly burned. But the fire has now spread right up to the back. This diner area is on fire. Marvin
check
and
valves
Rockclaw
and
are in the middle
shit
of
to
it.
prevent. No, tanks don't just catch on fire at petrol stations. Just check valves and crap that makes them safe. Not sure if there was in the 50s.
So you're gonna let this place burn down?
We could start spraying more fuel around and try and backburn it.
Is there any anything that I can use to scoop up a bit of water and then?
You noticed outside there are a heap of barrels and things out in around the side where the ice machine is, where all of the tripwires and mines are.
Oh, good.
They'd be vessels that would, most of them
That'd
would
be-
probably be sitting
That'd
full
be
of water.
full. Yeah, okay. Let's go out there and grab a couple.
And the good thing about these days is that the refrigerants were fantastic at not burning. Unlike today, if they were ice coolers from today, they'd go up like fucking bombs. But luckily enough, in the 50s, they used the refrigerants that don't just catch on fire. They're just kind of like really, 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 really bad for the ozone layer. So you know,
Really bad for the ozone layer and
not going to matter in this scenario. So we should be.
probably full of asbestos.
No, hopefully that too. Yeah.
All right. So you already know from your initial foray into this area of Rotclaw that there is one big fucking tripwire.
Yeah, I know where the tripwire is.
Yeah, going through. So if you can give me an agility plus explosives to avoid that as you
I
go
know where
running
it
for one of
is.
these barrels, you still need to get over it. You're a big lumbering super mutant.
True. All right, let's use a.
It's either that or you could
Like
try to
barrel.
disarm it along the way, but that's going to take time as this place burns. So
2 successes.
2 successes. So you, in which case you step over it. You look in the first couple of barrels. They're mostly whole. One of them is open and is full to the brim with water.
Alright, I'm gonna take that back in
Gonna drag that back in.
and start dousing it.
Yep. So that is enough for you to be able to put out the fire in this section here. You've still got the diner area on fire, which is missing a prop.
Anyone else want to help put the fire out?
Were there more barrels that way?
Yeah, there was more out there. And I go
Yeah,
back,
help.
I go back to where the tripwire is, and I'll diffuse it before.
So that is going to take some time.
Well, I can show them where it is, so they can go over.
They can go over it. Okay.
And while I'm diffusing it.
Okay. So you're going to spend some time diffusing it. So Abby and Marvin, can you give me an agility plus explosives roll just to navigate your way around this trap?
Let's use an action point on that one.
Yep.
Ooh, 2 successes.
Oh, thank God.
Action point, yeah. Use action point.
Using an action point. All right.
2 successes.
All right. Easily avoid that. So you step over the tripwire. You know exactly where to go with Rotclaw pointing it out to you. Rotclaw, can you give me an agility plus... sorry, for this one, we're going to say an intelligence plus explosives.
Alright, action point.
Because you're trying to follow the tripwire back, and this is your knowledge of how people might set these types of traps.
I'll use an action point.
Yep.
I only got 1 success. Can I re-roll?
If you spend a luck.
Yep, I'll spend a luck and I'm going to re-roll one of them.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck, no, so only 1 success.
1 success. Okay. So you managed to trace this back. There is a claymore mine that is inside the ice machine, pointing out at about head height. So you've managed to identify it. You've acknowledged the fact that you have not got enough skill to disarm this entirely.
Rockwell might as well set it off because it's not like it's going to make any difference to his face at that height.
Anybody transiting through this area would be able to do so without rolling. I would say, if you want to spend some more time, to disarm it, you can, but we'll come back to that as the others are working on
Yep,
trying to put
that's
this
fine.
fire out. Yep.
They can put the fire out first.
So, in which case, Marvin, can you give me a perception plus outdoorsman? You're just
Sure.
taking a look through these barrels and trying to identify if any of them look like they might have something you can use to douse.
1 success.
1 success. So you do spot 1 barrel in the first set that Abby and yourself are looking at that you do believe is water. So this one does look like more of a sealed container. So rather than the completely open one that Rockclaw had, would you like to take that one back in?
Yeah, I think it's water, so yep.
Taste it first.
Taste it.
I'll dip my pinky in while we go and give it a little lick.
It tastes like purple.
In which case, can you give me an endurance plus science roll?
Endurance plus science.
This is
Okay,
your
that's not good.
constitution to see what you can stomach, I guess, and
Oh,
identify it.
critical fail and 1 success.
So you dip a pinky in, you take a sip, and you realize that yes, this is water, but it is horribly irradiated, and you've just directly ingested it. So for you to be able to do that, you would have had to have lifted up your gas mask and ingested it directly. So you are now radiated.
Damn it.
If you tick that box.
Yeah.
So all future rolls will have +1 difficulty until you clear that. What's with you and radiation, man?
Ooh, spicy, this one.
But you do identify it is water. You can throw it on the flames and safely put out part of the fire. So it is now down to 1 small area. Abby, if you can give me a perception plus outdoorsman to take a look through another set of barrels here. So 1 success, yep. So you identify one that appears to be water. You bring that back in. You go running past with this barrel of water past Rotclaw, who's fucking around with something in the ice machine.
Pick up my weapons on the way through.
This is important to you. Yes, you have your weapons back. Where's your other one? That was on the car, that's right. It's blending in. So are you throwing this on the last of the fire?
Yeah.
Yep. Can you roll a d6 for me, please?
The fucking fuel, isn't it?
6.
I love throwing mystery liquids around a workshop at a fire and just hoping that it's buckets of water rather than, buckets of scrap oil, for instance. It would be 1,000 times more likely.
So the fire instantly goes out. The mystery liquid hits the wall and the benches, and the fire is gone, but they instantly start melting. So there was
fine.
some type of acid in there. There is now a large hole in the wall behind where you threw it.
It's seeping down into the ground where the fuel tanks are.
Some kind of hideous chemical. You had to roll
I
a
think if we
6,
double
didn't you?
down and just demolish the building, hey?
You've managed to save the structure. It's it's a bit charred, but it's still structurally sound. majority-wise. You've managed to save the bodies of the super mutants. Still just, a little bit charred from some errant embers landing on them.
Where's the access hatch for the fuel tank that you found?
You guys haven't looked for that yet.
Oh,
You,
okay. I
you
thought
know,
you said that you had access to it.
so you have access to the unlocking mechanism for that fuel hatch.
Oh, right. 'Cause I'm pretty sure my
you-
eye captain said I have access to the fuel hatches.
Correct. Without any basis on actually knowing
Oh.
where to go.
Well, I hope to shit you didn't actually open them.
I did not.
So there is
Um,
a command on the computer that is inside the garage that will allow you to unlock that.
The computer that's about to get burned to the ground.
Well,
I see.
the fire's all out now. So, and
Is
it's well away from the fire. So that was the last of the fire that you needed to put out.
Oh, okay. Good work, team. Once again, I carried.
So the next thing that we will resolve is Rockclaw trying to disarm this device
All right, I'm going to use another action point.
using an action point.
And what am I rolling against this time?
So this is, you've identified what it is, you are familiar with it. You're not confident, but you're familiar. So if you can give me an agility plus explosives roll.
Okay.
As you try to disarm this.
3 successes.
3 successes. Easy. So you have a frag mine that you can add to your inventory.
I'll pay that. Bag. Oh, it's only got a grenade.
Yeah, so a mine is not a weapon that you can use in combat. It's something you set up ahead of time. So it goes in your standard inventory.
Oh, inventory. Okay. All right. I'm going to drop my sledgehammer.
Mm-hmm.
On the mine.
Yep. Okay. Done. Thank you. And then I'm going to walk back inside, lean back up against the wall where I was, and then pass out again.
Okay. So just
And as I walk past the super mutants, I'm going to kick them in the face and just go, "You fucking sleeping, go back to sleep."
My ripper noisily fires up, and I start cutting off. How many do I get?
well,
Run through them all.
well, you already took one mid-fight, so there's 3 left between the 2 super mutants.
Ah, very good. So you do. If you're lying down to sleep, you're hearing like a. And it sort of bogs down when I hit bones and stuff, but.
That's a delightful mental image. All right. Are you going to attempt to continue your sleep for the night? So Hal
2 o'clock in the morning, you probably would, eh?
got through his first watch. So Marvin, you were going to take a second watch, I believe.
Yep.
All right. So in which case, if you can roll me a d20.
20.
Can you not roll super mutants
8.
this time?
Sorry, what was that?
Can you not roll super mutants?
No, I meant Marvin. I didn't hear what his roll was.
That was
8.
you, Hal.
Beep, boop.
Okay, with the way these guys are talking, do you want to type it into Discord for me?
Still an 8.
8. Okay.
Was that an 8?
Yeah, 8. So that.
You hate mutants? Yeah, I do too.
So the rest of your watch passes uneventfully. You can all have 6 HP back for that rest.
Yeah.
Yay.
It was a fitful night, disarming bombs, killing super mutants, and putting out fires.
Did we earn any XP for these super mutants?
Yes, you would
Yeah.
receive 1 experience
Yes.
for defeating the terrible super mutant threat at the Red Rocket. So as identified, you do have to figure out how to access the fuel storage. So in the morning, you wake up, you're not well refreshed, but you've had a sleep. The
I
smoke is still rising from this building and exiting out the hole in the roof. It is still pouring with rain. What would you like to do?
Before I went to sleep, I put my
Mm.
barrel that I used underneath the hole in the roof, so it was collecting water overnight.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna get up and then just go over and just start slathering the water over me and just give me a bit of a refresh.
Just a shave and a haircut, 2 bits.
Yeah.
Yep. So, HAL 9001, so you were thinking about having to actually find the access hatch to where they would
Well,
put the fuel in or take the fuel out?
the first thing I do is I run my lies subroutine over Marvin the Martian here from fucking Roswell because he lied to the. And it hits up, it registers because he lied to the captain over voice comms. And so
To the
saying,
major.
the
Worse.
major, saying unapproved voice comms. And HAL 9001.1 chirps up with which is, for those who may not remember, is my 1/20th scale animatronic figure of HAL 9001 myself. And I say, that was dangerously close to evil, Marvin. You better watch yourself.
Oh, it's too early in the morning.
I'm doing that over you to wake you up too.
Oh,
That is a terrifying way to wake up.
just stare at it for a while. I'm too sober.
I make sure I leave it there for a disturbingly long amount of time too. Or placing him back in my storage compartment with the 42 hands.
Fucking hands have you got?
Possibly one or two of them falls out and lands on you while you're sleeping. One of the really festy ones, but I just picked them up.
It's how I
and put them
wake
down.
up.
Getting slapped by a rotting hand. But there's no preservation. This is basically open storage, and that's where my methane off-gassing is coming from whenever I do my vent maneuver. It's from the stinking, rotting pile of hands in my belly. That's it.
That's it?
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
Nothing positive to contribute, boss.
Abby? Marvin, anything you would like to do?
Guess I'll wake up and start helping. Oh, actually, how's everyone's health?
I need healing.
Yeah, Rotclaw's looking
Yeah.
worse for wear. Taking full brunt burst
I'll
of a
pop
flamethrower doesn't
the
help.
impact diffuser then, so everyone gets plus 4 HP except for Hal.
Mm-hmm.
+4, did you say?
Yeah.
Alright, so that's Abby is back up to full health.
I've got a first aid kit if someone could use it on me.
Yeah, pass it over here. And I'll start working on healing up Rockclaw some more.
So in which case, if you can give me an intelligence plus medicine test.
Intelligence plus medicine. 2 critical successes.
Nice. Okay, so that generates you 3 action points. And you would heal up. Now that's with a first aid kit.
So he gets an extra +1 for my perk as well.
Yep, so that's going to be your intelligence plus medicine skill. So that's what, 14 plus another 3, so 17 HP.
Oh, nice.
Jeez.
Back to full health.
So
Is that first aid kit still around?
this is where we get to roll. So give me just a
Cool.
moment. Let me see. So emphatically, yes, it is still around.
I'm going to use it on myself as well.
Now, using it on yourself does increase the difficulty.
All right.
Abby is quite competent at healing, so it might be worth.
Throw it over to Abby.
Yep.
Can you
No,
patch
she's
me
got
up
one
and
already.
Oh, then I'll hand you back yours because I'm out of inventory space anyway.
Yep.
Hey, boss, can you patch this up? I'm still just several burn marks on me.
All right,
Might
get
have
over
been a
here.
Missing an eyebrow, a little bit of hair gone.
little bit of a singe from when Hal was floating on top of me as well.
We don't have any right away, do we?
Nah.
Not yet. I don't know, did Rusty have any? Was he holding out?
No. The elf, you didn't get detained at customs?
Nah.
I didn't listen to our conversation. Damn it.
I was fucking waiting half an hour for my bag to roll up, but no, we're all good. No probulations.
No
I didn't have you on.
preparation.
If you can believe it, I didn't have you on speaker and cranked.
So, Abby, you want to roll an intelligence plus medicine check?
Action point.
So action points have to be called beforehand. So you can spend a luck to re-roll a d20.
Wow. I failed.
Did you spend a luck and re-roll? No? Okay. So Abby was not successful at healing you, Marvin.
Ow.
Does this hurt? Ah!
I don't think I meant to poke it like that.
Alrighty. So you'll need to give it some time before you can try again. At this point, what is left is exploring the outside, trying to find the access to the fuel storage. And then you need to scope out the next area that you need to find.
While they're looking for the fuels, I'm going to look for some more trip mines.
Mm-hmm.
Over near the cars, over near the garage.
Near the garage out there? Yep.
I can just. There's going to be a lot more around here, knowing those fucking raiders.
So you spend a bit of time, you come across one. What are you wanting to do with it? You're
Let's disarm it.
trying to disarm it? Okay. So in which case, if you can give me an agility plus explosives.
All right, lock action point,
Action point, sure.
and we have 3 successes.
3. So just enough. So that one, you've spotted these before. So this one is a powder charge. You click in the button back into its previous point, and it's now inert. So you can add a powder charge, or you can chuck it at Hal, who already has some.
I'm going to chuck it at Hal and hope it doesn't explode.
Hopefully, I'm not trying to catch that with my hand that has the dead man switch.
Well, you've got 2 hands and you've got a ripper.
Okay, well it's the other
Because you
hand
got
then.
because you got
Alright.
three arms all up. So
Yep. So I've got a spare hand.
yeah,
Good.
yeah, I think that's what enables you to be able to carry a dead man switch at all times and still do stuff. So
While they're looking, I'll just keep strolling until I can find any
Mhm.
others.
all right, what's
What
everybody
did you
else
give me?
doing?
Sorry, I was too busy for shit.
A powder
Shitting
charge.
around. Oh yeah, I could take one of them. Just one.
I already put it on there for you.
Mm. Cool.
All right, what's everybody else doing while Rocklaw's out exploring?
How
Well,
do
we need some
find-
metal in large quantities, so there seems to be some over here.
Yep. So you would advise there is a metal scrapyard in this area of the industrial estate near the Red Rocket.
I mean, you'd throw these in the bin. They're all bunched up, ready to go.
That's exactly right. While they're coming here to pick stuff up.
I think it's a great idea, Abby.
That'd be fine. Your
My thumb up.
primary is locating the access hatch for the fuel storage. You know how to unlock it. You've secured a way to do that.
Well, here's a question, team, and I think, and if you bear with me here, right? I don't know how much of you doom scroll and end up coming across the dudes who clean out septic tanks. But in that scenario, what they do to find where the lid of the septic tank is?
Light a match.
No, they put like a transponder and they flush it down the toilet, and then use whatever gizmo to follow where the transponder is, and they find where the tank is because it's where it got flushed to. Is there some hole we can put a fusion core down, flush it, and then use a Geiger counter to find where where it's gone? Maybe like break open the Bowsers and
Yeah, how about
throw
no?
it down the. Okay, so this
You're not wasting a fusion core for that.
What if
okay.
we flush Hal down?
I support this.
Look, you already broke the toilets.
Oh,
So
that's true. You could have Rocklaw piss in so he has to dock the fuel Bowser, piss into the fuel Bowser, and then we follow where the radioactive piss is back to the fuel tank.
I support this.
Rotclaw is not inherently radioactive. He's
Bit,
more
might be.
he's more been damaged by radiation.
Mm.
And he's the after effect. He's not like a glowing one that is
Mm.
actually pumping out radiation.
Otherwise,
In that
we'd all
case,
be
maybe
dead.
I'll
Yeah.
maybe I'll just do an old-fashioned walk around looking for the access hatches because they're going to be out in the apron there somewhere near the fuel Bowser.
So you would expect probably somewhere near where the fuel tankers or the trucks are.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, it's going to be where trucks drive. So yeah, I'll sort of float around doing a bit of a ground search. So I'm not moving anything. Just to be clear, I'm just doing a ground search of the area, looking. Is this a concrete apron we're on here, or is it all dirt now?
Look, it's a mixture of both. So you've got some areas that look like concrete. There's a lot of sand that has blown into this area.
I'm focusing on the areas that, as you said, have truck access.
Yep.
Next to the fuel truck, but also around the main apron. I'm focusing on the areas that are concrete or clearly were concrete.
Yep. So, in which case, if you want to give me an intelligence plus outdoorsman check.
Okay. Probably going to be rough, but that's all right. That's yeah. Okay. Well, I'm just going to call it straight up. I'm going to be using 2 action points because this is pretty important. So it should give me 4 die. The rolling against with that combined is a 4.
So 4 successes.
You wish. Wow. I rolled it. So the first 2 were pretty rough, but the next 2 are a 2 and a 1. So that, my friend, is 3 successes against a 4. I think you need to remove another action point because I used 2, and I think that you could.
Okay, well you've earned back 1 action point there, so
Oh,
that's fine. That was enough. So you locate out in an area where Rockclaw was looking. You spot
blind Freddy.
Yeah. After he's just diffused a powder charge and chucked it to you, nonchalantly, he's gone about his way looking around for other explosive devices. You've noticed a fuel tanker sitting there, and you've thought perhaps that's where the hatch is. Taking a look just behind where the truck is parked.
There's a hose coming out of the truck.
There is a very large cylinder
Mhm.
of metal inset into the concrete,
Mhm.
and that does appear to be the hatch that they would open. With
Okay.
that roll, as you know, opening it is a bad idea until you've got the gear to actually connect to it. You've already identified on the computer the quantity of the liquids that you've got in the underground tank.
Was it large?
Large amounts, tens
Very
of
good.
thousands of liters. So, of gallons.
Mm.
27,000 gallons.
Yeah.
I had a bone to pick with something you said earlier around it's not the metric system because, fun fact, all Imperial measurements and quantities and standards are based on metric. So they still use metric as a basis.
Okay.
Anyway, keep going.
Does that change the fact that they would have it reading out in gallons?
Absolutely not.
Okay. So, I was still right. Good. Thank you for confirming that. So you have now accessed where you can get the fuel from. You've successfully come up with a way of unlocking that. You have secured this site as best you can. You've stopped it from burning down in the middle of the night, which is definitely worth points. So from here, you will be looking for the metal scrapyard is the next location that you were advised of. You were told that it was within close proximity of the red rocket. You don't have its exact location, you just know that you should be able to see it from the red rocket.
Now, if we get up onto the top of the building, we can see a bit further.
Yep. So
Sorry,
using
my spiders.
Rockclaw's climbing gear, you can easily access the roof of this place.
What's
Now,
your LIC?
let me just rebuild that so I can make the scene for you.
Yeah, where's my version at?
Yeah, I know. Sorry. It's like the Sims 1 when the cutaway wouldn't go. It'd just stay cut away permanently no matter what you did.
That's way too niche.
So, Elf, how do you survive the
No,
sun?
that's for after. That's for after.
Well, he's building it. He's rebuilding it. So
Okay.
It's fine. It's fine.
Not fine. That's fine. I've got no story to invent for you.
well, that's
Customs is
fine.
very customs and so forth is very boring and uneventful when you're not like sweating bullets.
No, I'm more wondering how you survived actually being out in the sun for so long.
I thrived, mate. Okay. Easy. I go in the sun heaps. I'm just usually wearing stuff. It's you neckbeards that are inside all day.
Correct.
Mm.
I only work
basically
at nighttime under fluorescent lights. Make a nice little shot for Gregors. That'll make him happy.
He's a vampire. I don't want to be on top. I'm searching for bombs.
Oh, for the love of... Okay.
For the photo, I can be up there. Then I'll jump back down.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, yeah. You use your climbing gear and leave them stranded up there. Yeah, that sounds
Yeah.
nice. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So who is going to be leading the lookout and who is helping?
Oh, I'm definitely assisting, because the command has been executed for that. So whether
I'm
I'm the
also
best
assisting.
assistant or not, don't know. Yeah. So take whichever one of us has a better assisting skill, if you like, for the purpose of the metaphorical assist.
Okay. So Marvin, Abby, who's looking out?
Probably the boss.
Yeah, the boss was looking. It was
Get
the
as high as
assistant.
I can.
So
Try and see.
in which case, if you can roll a perception plus outdoorsman.
Climb up the rocket
Ride the rocket.
with your power armor.
Yeah, that's true. Shimmy up the rocket.
Just straddle it.
Where's some blue tag?
Yeah, please do it.
One success.
One success. Now, Hal 9001, you're assisting. If you could roll as well.
Yeah, if well, who's better at that? Is perception and what would you say? Perception and what?
Perception and outdoorsman.
How the
fuck
hell
me.
did I get up there?
You're
Mine,
power armor.
Rob, Rob, yours has to be better than mine. It is. It's a 6 rolling versus a 5, so it's your
Okay. All right, I'll assist.
It's like two blind people up there. I can't see nothing. They got like mole eyes.
Meanwhile, your glasses are in your pocket. Yeah.
So how's assist work again? Sorry.
So you do a roll with a single d20 because
Oh, yeah.
Abby got one success. You can then possibly add a success.
I did not. I got a crit fail. My glasses were indeed in my pocket.
So you were
And smashed.
You would not only not helpful, you were distracting while it was they were looking.
He was,
Mom,
he was hitting
mom,
down the
mom.
ground.
My glasses broke. Hal's just riding my ass all the time. I'm glad we finally had this chance to just talk one-on-one.
You start instead of looking, you're just confessing all of like your deep-rooted problems.
Like, I haven't had any drugs for at least 2 days, and
Why
it's all
not?
just a little
Take
too
some
much.
drugs.
Everybody
have
else
any
was
drugs?
taking drugs last night. How come you weren't joining in?
Yeah.
Mine weren't useful drugs.
All right. So Abby, with that, you do spot a few blocks over. There is what looks to be a recycling plant of some sort. What you spot is a crane from your high vantage point. Now, the issue that you have is with this driving rain that is continuing, there is a large body of water that separates you from this area of floodwater between. So it would take quite a bit of time to go around this area. So you're estimating it's going to be probably about half a day's travel to get around this large stretch of what looks like it must have been perhaps a drainage ditch or area that ran through this industrial estate has now flooded and has become essentially a river, cutting you off. So you can get there. It is just going to take some time. So it's about 9 a.m. So 900 hours. You have secured the red rocket, and you have your next target that you're aiming for.
Okay, so I yell out and inform the guys that I can see where we're heading, but it looks like we've got a day's trek ahead of us.
Roger, commencing trek.
Alrighty. So are you wanting to head out straight away, or are you going to let Rotclaw disarm some more bombs in the rain?
Lucky job. He can keep doing that and we can leave. That way, in case he gets hurt, we won't be able to save him.
All right. With the way that the group is wanting to move on, I will let you attempt to disarm one more if you want to keep up with them, Rockwell. Otherwise, we can separate the group.
Yeah, no, I'm just gonna stay here and
Mhm.
disarm as many as I can find.
Yep.
And then I know which direction that they're heading, so I'll head over once I've finished.
Okay. All right. So in which case, what we will do first is resolve Rotclaw's ones. So you will spend the next, say, 5 hours
Mhm.
scouring every inch of this place that you can find. And you manage to turn up every single one of the traps that had been previously laid by these raiders.
Yep.
If you, first off, can give me an agility plus explosives roll
Okay, I'll use an action point, the last one.
using the last action point. Okay.
3 successes.
3 successes, so just enough again. Now, if you can roll me a, what's going to be easiest here? D10, please. This is
D10.
just to calculate how many of them you can
Yep.
salvage.
That's a 9.
Easy. So you managed to get 2 powder charges
Mhm.
and 3 more frag mines
Oh, nice.
intact.
Okay. Cool.
So you are now 5 hours behind the rest of the group.
I'll start running.
You'll start hoofing it. All right. Now, I will say that you can catch up to them before they reach the scrapyard, but it would cost you 3 levels of exhaustion.
Ooh,
If
you better
because you're
read the implications of that.
you have stayed here for a very long time working at this. If you would prefer to go at a more reasonable rate.
No, I'll go more reasonable.
Mm-hmm. So it's a case of you're going to catch up little bit later on then.
That's fine. I got my bombs.
Okay. So in which case, do you want to shave off any time? So each level of exhaustion will earn you a certain amount of time back.
Okay. How much would one earn me?
So 1 would cut 2 hours off.
Yeah, all right, I'll cut 2 hours off.
Okay, so that means that you are basically 3 hours behind the rest of the group here. All right.
Fine.
So at this point, we will take a break, and I will set up the next scene.
Alright, okay. No, I did hear all of you shit carding on me. I was laughing to myself. Probably looked like a psychopath just sitting there laughing. That's fine.
Yeah, they're watching you. They're all watching you.
Ah, yeah, they're always watching you. Government monitoring central, mate.
Yeah, correct. You had a good trip?
Yeah, all good.
Nice.
Been put some shit away and stuff while we've been chatting away there.
You haven't missed
quiet.
much other than Greg watching the last episode of Discovery.
Nah, I saw that piece of shit.
Well, we picked it. We all picked it.
Yeah. Bored of it being spoiled by Bookface. I mean, yeah, as you said, one problem was being on Bookface, lol. But the second one was, being on like Bookface for what do you call it, like Star Trek forums on Bookface. I couldn't think of a worse group of people that I wanted to listen to.
Yeah, because you've got the people that just love everything, and
Oh,
then
they
the
would
other
have
people that
loved it.
criticized everything.
Well, you can't criticize on Bookface, so they
Well,
would
you
have
can.
loved it. No, you can't. You just get censored.
Yeah, yeah, correct.
And it's not a government censor thing, it's just that everyone censors because they can't take debate. Alright, I think I'm good. Ooh, I have some bourbon left. Don't have any Coke. What the fuck? Who's telling me to buy crypto?
What?
Why am I being told to buy crypto?
I don't know. Why are you buying crypto?
Great question. Who's playing that? No one's fessing up. That means it's Trish.
What are you talking about?
Are you telling me to buy crypto?
On what?
I don't know. I'm just hearing these voices in my head that are telling me to buy crypto.
I think that's a you problem, Elf.
Through Discord.
Hey, Elfie. Crypto.
It was like the voice of Goku telling. What was the voice of Goku telling me to buy crypto? Am I going insane? I know one of you is messing with me, and I don't like it.
That's called jet lag.
Whatever.
Right, have a good birthday.
Yeah, I mean, well, drove around a bit and I lit some pawpaw on fire for her. Her birthday cake was some pawpaw cut up with a lit match jammed in it. It was like birthday to you, birthday to you, birthday, blah, 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 and they blow out the match.
Where's
So-
the cake?
Well, I didn't have a cake. We were freaking. Boy, her birthday party is this weekend.
Ah,
With all of her hangers on. So
I say otherwise she got chipped.
I can't say that anymore
Why?
because it's offensive to the gypsies.
Nah. Who cares?
I thought it was
Well, the
offensive.
gypsies.
I thought it was offensive to the Gippos, which is a derogatory term for Italian people. So
Well, they're probably in there too somewhere.
I offend everyone, so it's fine.
Why is fucking NCR on my table? I need to watch my replay again from last week. It's all a bit of a blur. Oh yeah, that's right.
oh, that's right. I called on my patron to stop everybody from eating shit and dying
Yeah,
horribly because Ranvi was standing back scratching her ass.
Yes. Yes. I remember now.
When's that tattoo thing you're going to?
It's like July, isn't it?
Is it July?
Tattoo Land by Walt Disney.
That's the tattoo expo
Yes,
down
I've
at
heard of
Convention
it.
Centre.
Tattoo Expo. Mate, I'm going to turn into a tattoo expo if I hear about it again. Welcome back, Elfie.
So glad you're back.
I know, it was a nice quiet week, wasn't it?
Fucking cockbite.
Cockbite. Let's get it on. Present. I believe is the correct response to that.
Present the cocks.
I'm gonna put some pajama pants on. I'm gonna leave them on for the next 3 weeks. Let's go.
Fuck, that sounds good.
So, yeah, and I have these. Oh, they fit. That's a good start. Why is one of the drawstrings at the front and one at the back? That doesn't make any sense. Please stand by. Oh, God. Two-way radio. Yep. Fuck's a fusion recycler? Oh yeah, that's
That
right.
was
That
the
was from
thing that you guys ripped out of the mechanics workshop.
Yeah, we should set that up at home, eh?
I mean, you could have dropped it off when you were, back there, but
Yeah.
Yeah, I might
Marvin
have
decided
forgot.
he wanted to hold it close.
Got heaps of armor.
Yeah. Okay.
You guys
cool.
have got heaps of lots of stuff.
Yeah, I need to dump some of my shit, don't I? I don't really think I'm the only one that's not carrying any shit.
How is that? What are you talking about? You're not carrying any shit. Hand friend 1. Hand foe 41. How did you get 41? Who did you only cut one hand
The
off?
answer is someone got lucky. That's
No,
the
no,
answer.
it was only it was that person at the farm.
Yeah,
You only
poor
told one off
Oh yeah, because
the
they were a
slave.
foe. Yeah,
because
You-
they were evil.
yeah.
I would love
Yeah,
to
it's
see
pretty
inside
cool.
your head some days.
Which friend hand did I get?
I'm trying to remember now.
I thought that was the friend, was the farmhand.
No, because she wasn't working, so you considered her evil.
Yeah, but that doesn't. Yeah, but everyone who has the hand cut off is evil. I think she was a friend, and I think early on I only cut someone's hand off on one hand or something.
Okay.
No, I think she was the friend. Fucking Marvin's gotta watch himself. I'm back and ready to eject methane from my lower vent. Which is one of my. I've got a list of algorithms that I can run, and that is one of them.
Look, at the end of this campaign, you're going to show me this list. I want to meta everything backwards.
Oh well, I'm adding to it as needed, so it's
Yeah.
it's being developed as we
Yeah.
go along. So yeah, sure.
I like evolutionary character traits. All right. So, the group begins to travel, knowing the approximate area that Abby scouted. You know that you're looking out for a large crane out the front of an area that appears to be correct. You know that it's going to take some time to get around this floodwater and into that area. You start heading, picking your way through the ruins, the flooded sections, and you arrive. I want to say about 4 hours later, where you get to a point you have to double back, find a different way up and around to be able to get past certain sections that are some areas that are just horribly irradiated, some areas that are flooded. And
Cut through the irradiated areas.
To what end?
he's trying to save time.
Ah, yeah, true. That's
Following?
ingenious.
Yep. I will say that you would be able to cut another hour off
Nice.
by speeding through that. Some of them you notice are very hot spots, where it gets to the point where it is burning you.
My feet's a bit sore.
So there is still points where the radiation is too much for even a super mutant to go, or a ghoul. As the group moves, you continue round, and you get to the point where the drainage section is obviously moves to an underground stormwater, and everything is pouring off the edge down into what appears to be this pit. As you come around that section, there's a bridge that goes across. And it's basically you've gotten to the end of this long river, and you can then go around it and then head back to your original location. Now, out of the three of you, who is leading the group at this point?
I've got a flashlight and I hover, so I can assess the terrain. So I guess it'd be reasonable to assume I was proceeding first, just because
You were first. Yep.
if there was a deadfall or something, it wouldn't really affect me that much,
Mhm.
and then I also can just shine a light, like a
Well, it
fucking
is during the
headlamp or whatever.
day.
This is still during the day. So at this
Oh,
point,
okay,
it's
fine.
getting to about, what's that, 1500 hours.
Okay. It
Um,
still might be the worst thing in the world for me to go first.
Yep.
Some
Mm.
pretty tanky and stuff too.
Yep. So you hear up ahead the rushing of all of this water going into this stormwater area.
Mm.
So you're expecting there to be something going on. You see this bridge up ahead. Can you give me, in this case, let's call it a luck plus outdoorsman roll from you, Hal.
1 success.
1 success.
Mm-hmm. Hang on before you say anything. I'll re-roll a dice with a luck.
Spending a luck. Yep.
No deal. 1 success.
1 success. So you spot the fact that this is the end of this river. You can alert to the others if you would like that there is a bridge that you've seen that goes across. It looks sturdy. It looks like the drainage areas are all converging on this one spot and then going underground. You don't see anybody around this area. This is very much a choke point moving across this bridge. But nothing peaks out of the ordinary for you.
I have run a scan. No trolls detected.
So what are you wanting to do? Are you crossing over this bridge?
I am awaiting a command. I'm going to hover because
Mhm.
this is clearly a pause point in
You've
my
paused
code.
there?
So
Yep.
I'm hovering at the beginning of the bridge, awaiting a command.
Abby, Marvin?
Um, so the bridge looks pretty sturdy, right?
Yeah. So it's
Yeah.
big concrete bridge, basically slightly above the level of the flood water. and the end of this river is just going into stormwater underneath this bridge
Right.
area. So there's multiple different drainage sections that are emptying into it, but the majority that's coming from your direction.
I think we'll head over to the bridge.
Happy to move across?
Yep.
All right, so as you move out into the middle section, Hal, are you still leading at this point?
Yeah, if I've been commanded to proceed, I think
To
it would
proceed?
make sense.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah.
Can you please give me a perception plus outdoorsman roll?
Ooh, that's gonna be rough. What have we got for action? What's our
You
action points there,
you
boss?
currently have 0 action points. Rotclaw spent the last one on disarming bombs.
Well,
Yeah.
in that case, we have 0 successes.
So I will
So
allow
everything's
you
fine.
to pop your perk at this point if you want, to be able to generate 2 action points.
Boy. Oh, well, that sounds like we're about to go in combat. Sure. I'll throw another one with that, and I get 1 success.
1
with a
success.
5.
So what you hear is a deep rumbling, very similar to the other night when you were in the guarding the fuel tanker on the side of the road. You hear this deep, deep rumbling, like a truck coming from a distance away.
It can't be a death claw because they're still sitting on my workbench.
So it continues. It's getting closer, but it seems almost
Maybe
slow.
float. Is this bridge wide enough for road traffic?
Yeah, so this is a road bridge that goes across standard 2 lanes.
I was thinking you go a rope bridge like cliffhanger. That.
No, this is not a what is your quest?
Yeah, I was gonna, cause I was gonna snip the rope at the other side and just send these evildoers to their death. Go on, that a lone wanderer.
Come on over, it's safe.
So as you're taking a few more steps, this rumble gets louder.
Which direction?
So it is coming
12 o'clock or 6 o'clock?
back the way you've come from
Mm,
towards you.
yeah, right. How far if I hoon and I run, can I get to the end of the bridge and hide? Or is it too far?
That's going to be too far. So it's around about 50 meters across.
Oh,
So if you're going to try to dash, I would say that you would probably end up smack bang in the middle of this bridge.
Oh, hang on, we haven't gone onto the bridge yet.
So you're just starting to step onto the bridge.
Oh, okay. If there's
As you hear it.
rumbling, then can I gesture? Can I say to that two that might be a good idea to hide? There is a truck coming.
Yeah, right. And I'll duck under a car.
Okay. So you're just looking out for any traffic that's on the bridge and just ducking under the car?
Yeah, I'll hover.
Yep.
I'll hover on the bridge still,
Mhm.
as an unassuming Mr. Handy, but yes, just the other ones. So
Yep.
to Ranvi as well. Ranvi, I guess it's only Ranvi. Oh, sorry, it's only
Abby?
I haven't got the names up. Abby and Marvin the Martian sort of.
So Marvin's under a car. You're hovering in the middle. You've advised
Off
to
to the side. I'm hovering off to the side.
hovering off to the side. Okay. And Abby, what are you doing when you hear Hal say that?
do that to me. There's somewhere to hide.
So you're at the back of the group. You're just about to step onto the bridge. There are a few wrecks of cars and things around this area that you'd be able to hide behind. If you would like to, you could retreat back the way you came off the bridge. Try to find somewhere off the road within a few seconds. What would you like to do? Hide off the road? Okay. All right, so for all four of you, including Rockclaw, could you please roll an endurance plus athletics roll for me?
That includes me, who's not hiding.
Correct.
3 successes.
2 fails.
2 successes. 3 successes.
2 fails. 1 critical fail.
You fart loudly while squatting and hiding from the eggs from this morning.
So the rumbling gets louder and louder, and then Hal, you spot it. Rotclaw, who is a long way further down the river, has spotted it as well, and he's managed to climb up into a building before it hits a flash flood is rolling down this river, where it is a meter and a half of water on top of the floodwater smashes through the area. Marvin, you are swept off the bridge along with the wrecks of the cars.
Rip.
Ah!
Abby, you are swept downstream, clattering against the embankments. Now, if Abby and Marvin, if you can roll a d6 for me.
5.
Okay, so
Should have gone on that bridge, eh?
actually, in this case, Hal, if you can roll one for me as well.
Yeah. The is a 2.
Okay, so Abby and Hal, you end up battered. Hal, you don't take any damage somehow.
I just floated down gracefully. I mean,
You
makes a lot of
floated
sense.
up, still managed to get caught up in it. You weren't fast enough. You and Abby both end up on the side of the raging river that you needed to be on. Marvin, you are stranded on the north side.
That's unfortunate too. The 2 people with walkie-talkies are on the same side. Shall we presume he's dead, ma'am? I'd like to think so.
Wait.
So Marvin and Abby, you both take 3 damage each, being swept up by this floodwater and smashed as you go along. Hal, you take no damage. Rotclaw, you manage to get up out of the way of this completely.
Yep.
and you avoid damage, you are still stuck on the wrong side to where you want to be. So, at this point, you now have a raging torrent of water. It has overtaken the stormwater completely. As far as you can see, there is no easy way to get across this. The bridge is now underneath a 1.5 meters of water.
Who said he planned this? This stormwater runoff reservoir was horribly inadequate.
Hmm.
What modelling did they use for this?
So, as separates, you've got Rotclaw proceeding on the Red Rocket side of the river he's still got another 2 hours before it gets to the point where you guys are. Marvin, how are you wanting to continue from here?
So what are my options?
So you're stuck on the Red Rocket side of the river. Hal and Abby are on
Right.
the recycling side of the river.
I think your option is cry like a little piss baby at this point.
Yeah, it kind of seems that way. So can they see me?
A few minutes later, when you pull yourself up out of the side of the raging torrent, battered and bruised, they would be able to see you.
I give you a little cheeky wave. I wave with the grenade hand just to let you know. You know.
I'll wave back and tell them to keep going. I'm gonna try and like find just a high place to wait for Rocklaw to come back to catch up.
All right, so you're going to stay with him.
Yeah.
On the way while I'm going, can I look for anything that could be used as a boat?
So you're inland, in the middle, picking through a large industrial estate.
Wood floats.
Wood floats. Okay, so you're looking
Human
like
bodies float too. Maybe you should hollow out Marvin and use him as a kayak.
Yep. Okay, so to be looking out for stuff that you're after, you're wanting some type of raft. Just warning you, the torrent of water is like raging rapids.
Okay. All right. Well, I'll keep an eye out, and if I spot anything, I'll assess it. But
Yep.
I'll just keep making my way.
Yep. So as
Taking
you're
the water
moving
down,
along,
Kevin.
if you want to, at this point, I'm going to say that it's going to be a luck plus outdoorsman roll, if you can give me that.
So is that my current luck or
That
the
is your
maximum luck?
current luck.
Right. So
There has to be a penalty to spending your luck constantly.
That's 2 fails.
2 fails? Okay.
Right.
Jesus Christ, you've really got no luck. You didn't have any
Yeah.
to start with.
No, well, that's the thing. I had to get below 3 or below, and that was pretty low. No chance.
Look, you don't spot anything that you think would survive in this water that would assist you at this point.
Yep, that's fine.
So Abby and Hal, what are you wanting to do?
This is definitely a scenario which is not in my algorithm, so I guess I have to await commands.
Has the water gone?
No, the water is just a raging river now.
Is it still
It's just-
pouring rain?
It is still pouring rain.
Fucking rain.
Says the guy who
Yeah.
loved the rain.
Is it
I
sunshine?
find my
clouds?
way to dry land.
Yeah. So you've ended up on the opposite bank. So
We've gone across the bridge,
yeah,
basically.
so you've got to cross to where you should be,
Okay.
but Marvin and Rocklaw are stuck on the other side.
I don't have a rope, do I? I have a poncho, but I don't know how it's going to help you.
Well, it'll keep you. You can put it over your head because I think your armor didn't have a headpiece, right? So I guess you can keep yourself dry. Solves that problem.
Why do I have a double barrel shotgun?
Guessing
could
you were
shoot it at
used as
Marvin.
storage.
Is it like long enough to reach out over to them?
This is about 50 meters wide.
Ah, okay. It's totally long enough.
That's a pretty long shotgun.
Yeah, that's a long bow.
So maybe just tell them to stay put, stay safe until the water.
Mama's already
Calms
gone
down.
off to a roof.
Okay.
Okay, well I'll follow the boss.
All right. I keep following the path on the other side.
So you're going to head towards recycling, leave them to it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so how are you sticking with Abby?
Yeah, of course.
Yep.
Of course. I've got no loyalty to the other two, that's for goddamn sure.
Oh, there's love in this room.
I looked at my command list. Love was not one of them.
Alright, so after about another hour, you arrive at B&R Recycling.
Ooh.
Actually, that's framed pretty well. I'm happy with that. So that is Abby and Hal coming off the road, being able to see the crane from a distance and using that. So it's starting to get dark again, moving towards 1600 hours with the heavy rain. It's just getting a bit murky and grey. During that hour, Marvin, did you want to do anything, or are you just holding up?
I'll sort of do what Rocklaw did, see if I can spot anything that we can maybe use as a raft or anything that might help us get across.
Have I found him? Did I run into him?
So you're still about another hour away from him at this point. So you've managed to cut off a lot of time. You were 2 hours away.
Was I?
Yes. Yep.
You said it was a 4-hour trip?
A 5-hour
You're
trip.
5 behind, you cut 3 out.
5.
Yeah.
Okay.
You cut 2 hours off by pushing yourself a bit.
Yep.
You cut another hour off by going through the sections that were identified as irradiated, that the humans were avoiding. So you've still got about another hour before you reach Marvin.
Well, being that they've just traveled an hour to find it, wouldn't I, and he's on the other side, wouldn't I have just run into him?
So depending is if Marvin, are you looking around your area or are you heading back along the river to?
I'm looking around the area because
You're
I know
just
Rocklaw
staying.
will catch up eventually. Yeah.
Yep, staying at that spot. Okay. So in which case, yeah, you've still got about another hour before you're going to hit that point there, Rocklaw.
Okay.
So Marvin, if I can get from you a that would be a luck plus outdoorsman.
Oh, this is not going to go good.
You're looking for something that's going to be fairly improvised, so it's not a not a
2
specialty
fails.
item.
No idea what I'm looking
No
for.
boat shops nearby, sadly.
What do you mean there's no kayak shops here?
An 18-foot fully crewed submersible. This will be
Excellent.
fine.
Whitewater Rapids rescue crew gear. Excellent, thank you.
With the crew. Fucking
All right, so with that, Abby and Hal, you're presented with B&R Recycling. There is loads of scrap metal out in the open yards. You've got the crane that looks like it might be serviceable to use.
Hmm.
A few things that you do notice as you first enter the area. Straight ahead of you on the left is a small office office building. The what do you call them? Demountable.
Mhm.
In front, there is what appears to be the body of a person lying face down in the mud. Just near him is a utility vehicle, like something that repairmen might use. And there is fresh, muddy tracks leading up to that vehicle, which means that you infer that that it might have actually moved recently.
Many tangos
Uh,
on the scanner.
at this point, I would get you to roll a perception plus outdoorsman.
Okay. Perception. That would be 0 successes.
Look, you don't see anybody.
You're really bad at that, aren't you?
The coast appears clear.
All right, what would you like to do?
All right. We stay together while we explore this area.
Yep. I'll like go in front of the boss, but you know, wherever she wants me to go.
Yeah. Letting her guide you.
Yeah, basically.
Where would you like to go?
Look through the pile of cars on the other side.
Mm-hmm.
It's good enough material to use.
All right. So Abby, if you would like to give me an intelligence plus repair roll, please. One success. Okay. So you can identify. Look, this would be suitable scrap from what you can see. There is quite a number of large piles. You could spend some time really picking through. So this type of thing would be worth what the NCR is looking for, spare parts and scavenging wise.
It would be difficult for me to hold all of this. Recommend assistance.
All right. Shall we call it in?
Can do, boss. And I fire up the radio and I say, breaker, Roger, 909er, Abbey crew, calling Tango Delta Central, Chuckle Hut, online and engaged.
Captain Lewis speaking. Abby's group, how are you proceeding with scrap metal? The Major said that you secured fuel.
Correct. Fuel secured, accessed. We have moved on from that position. We have proceeded to the metal recycling B&R cycle center, possible bicycles not yet detected. However, significant motor carriages detected. We will assess the surroundings and mark out goods. Recommend backup with heavy haulage to assist with the recovery of the metals from this location. Over.
Is the site safe, Abby's group? Over.
Site yet to be secured. Over.
All right.
Significant travel required. Recommend commencing trip while site cleared.
All right. We'll get scavenging teams out there. Make sure that's your top priority. We need the safety of our soldiers, as well as yourselves. Stay safe.
Understood.
Report back.
Top priority, metal recycling center. 0 priority, safety of soldiers. Over and out.
And static cuts in.
Fucking robots.
Well, neither of you two would have heard any of that because both of
Yeah,
the
no,
radio holders.
I'm putting what's going through his head.
All right, so you've called it in.
Mhm.
Yep.
That's
mhm.
as requested.
Yep. So, as Hal is calling it in, Abby, you notice the body lying on the ground near you is still pouring blood. So it's washing away from the body in the rain. So this is only recent that this has occurred.
Hal, I don't know if you've noticed, but seems to be blood still coming from that body, which means the heart is still pumping. So it seems to be fresh.
Are you recommending CPR, Captain?
Tend to the wounds. We need to question.
Understood.
Aren't they dead?
Hands.
No, I am following command. This is my commander talking, not some filthy ingrate. Okay. Well, I will attempt to medically treat the body. Obviously, I'll do a head to toe on them. Checking airways, checking, stopping. Well, the first thing, of course, as everyone knows, is stopping the blood before you even. Oh no, which one is it? No, I think I'll get them breathing first.
Okay,
maybe,
so
maybe you meant to stop the wounds. I'm
He's-
going to go with trying to tie off the wounds before I check if they're breathing, because they're going to bleed out otherwise.
Okay.
So I'll do a head to
So-
toe.
They're
Fine,
face down in the
fine,
mud.
fine. Yep,
Mhm.
I'm head to toe on them. I'm going to keep saying it. Like an obsessive thing. I'll find the major wounds. I will attempt to either cauterize or tie off.
Okay.
And
Are
then
you
once
turning
that
him
happens,
over?
I will find an airway. Only if I need an airway.
Okay.
You need an airway.
How's he gonna breathe?
Let's turn him over.
His
I don't
head's
think
in
he
the mud.
needs to breathe at this
Uh,
point.
So you roll the body over.
Well, is there any? Can I see any gaping wounds? Like as I'm doing
There
this,
is a massive hole going from his back through his torso.
Okay, I'd like to medically treat the hole.
So before Abby gets you to turn him over.
Well, I mean that's what I'm saying. So yeah, I'd like to
Okay.
medically treat the hole.
Yep. Okay. So in which
so
case,
I'm rolling
intelligence
advanced.
plus medicine.
Yep. Okay.
Are
Very
you
good.
using a first aid kit or just?
Absolutely not. I'm going to be using. Well, looking at the list of things that I have at my disposal, it's probably going to be a cigarette to try and seal the wound. And I've had 2 failures at trying to sear his flesh with cigarettes to stop the bleeding.
So you're lighting the cigarette on your thruster, and then
Yeah.
before you even get it to his body, the rain puts the cigarette out.
I still do the motions because this algorithm didn't check for rain.
You grab another cigarette, you light it, it
I do that
goes
9
out.
times.
9
And I
times.
say, task complete, Commander.
Marvin is going to be livid. So, 9 cigarette butts shoved in the hole.
Oh,
A hole.
I mean, they
Plugs
wouldn't
it
even be
somewhat.
butts. If they're going at that quick,
That's their
they'd be
whole
still
cigarettes.
perfectly
Yeah.
serviceable smokes.
Now, are
mate.
you jamming them into the hole, or are you just like
No,
trying
no, I
to?
was delicately cauterizing them.
Okay.
Kind of like someone just punishing themselves.
Yep. Back to the flagellants again. Okay. You unsuccessfully heal the wound on this person. Abby then instructs you to turn him over.
Okay, I do, of course, do that.
Yep. So you turn him over, and the first thing that you will notice is that half his face is missing.
Do I commence CPR, Captain?
You're going to attempt CPR on a clearly dead body. Intelligence plus medicine,
Okay.
or lack of intelligence plus medicine, I guess this would be.
That would be 1 success.
1 success. So you successfully, absolutely, perfectly execute precision CPR compressions.
Yeah,
On a
luckily
dead
enough
body.
these days, no one cares about the breaths anymore because I'm not sure what thing I was going to be blowing in, so we'll just stick to the compressions, I think.
As you expect, you get no response from the body whatsoever. He's been
No, I didn't expect anything. I was just following orders.
he's been shot multiple times with energy weapons, and is very clearly dead.
I pronounce this man healed, Captain. All the steps have been executed successfully.
So if we say that process has taken you about 30 minutes of checking out the cars and then going and performing
I'm
CPR
exhausted
for a
from those
period of time.
compressions, Captain.
That brings you to 16:30 hours. Rotclaw is half an hour away from Marvin. At this point, Rotclaw, on your way, are you continuing to search for things to use as a boat or anything else, or are you just hoofing it still?
No, I'm still looking as I'm going along, just if I just spot anything.
Okay. So, in which case, if you can give me another luck plus outdoorsman skill check.
And 2 failures.
So you don't spot anything that you could use as a boat as you're jogging. During that half an hour, Marvin, is there anything that you would like to do?
Yeah, I've kind of got nothing better. I'll do the same thing.
Okay, so you're looking for a boat again?
Yep.
Yeah, of
Or
some
anything.
sort, or...
Crit failure and 3 failures.
So you climbing through a few of the buildings nearby, you manage to slip and drop your glasses in the mud. They are now covered in mud.
Lucky it's
But-
raining.
You obviously, without them, don't see anything that's really standing out as usable to cross this raging torrent.
Pick up my glasses, clean them off, and just stand in the rain looking up, wondering why.
At which point we will go back to Abby and Hal. You have unsuccessfully applied CPR to a dead body.
I think it was successful. We did it.
Oh, sorry, successfully applied CPR to a dead body.
Can I check the body for any fat loot?
Yep. So on the body,
What's the difference between loot and fat loot?
fat
No, I
spelled
mean,
with a PH.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of dog shit loot out there, so I think it's clear. Basically doing like a Diablo 4 loot filter. I don't want any of the shit that comes up. Just tell me what the good stuff is.
what's left of him, there is pieces of metal armor on him. So
Oh,
you
there we
have
go.
enough.
Some more metal that's usable. Let's put that in the pile.
Yeah, throw it. All right, I acknowledge.
So you take it
I
off
pick
him and chuck it in the cars.
Yep. I
Yep.
don't even take it off him. I just throw him into the cars.
Let me just note down here interfering with the corpse.
So, Glenn, that's Fat Loots.
Cool.
All right, the dead body has been hoiked.
All right, and then let's take a look in this initial building just here.
Okay.
So
Understood,
in the
Commander.
office building.
Yep.
Yep. And of course, I'll run roadblock, as is the style of the time.
I mean, you're running roadblock for somebody in a suit of power armor, so this is kind of two giant
but
metal heads.
It's not the great, like, it's a suit of mining power armor, so it doesn't have like a headpiece. You know, it's like the point is, I can take a hit.
All right, so you go up the stairs, try the door. It opens into a first room, which is a small office. Ahead on your right is a desk with a computer at it. The computer is switched off, doesn't seem to have any power. In the room, what you notice, Abby, as soon as you walk in, is the smell of fresh blood. And when you look down, there is smears of blood along the carpet leading to your left to a closed door. Which appears to lead into another room.
Okay.
Also, on the wall next to the door is a large corkboard with hooks that have been punched into it, with a series of dozens and dozens of sets of keys. And a lot of these have been pulled down off the wall and scattered about on the carpet as well.
There is a
Alright,
strong scent of copper in here.
Would you like me to strip the walls, ma'am?
And lots of keys on the floor. I think we should pick them up and try to categorize them.
Understood. Rip all the cabling out of the walls and sit here sorting keys for hours. Understood.
All right, so you're sorting keys.
Yep. What are they marked with? What would be my sorting algorithm that's been triggered?
You have some that have those shitty little plastic generic keyring tags.
Yeah, fuck. What's better than that?
So some of them are blue, some of them are yellow, and some of them are red.
Okay, and that's it.
That's as far as the markings are concerned. All of the bits that are written on them have worn off over the past 200 years. There's nothing that's really legible on any of the key rings.
Okay. Well, I do my best to execute sorting algorithms then.
So you sort them into piles of the different colors, I'm expecting. Is that? Yep.
And it plays the noises of the I play the noises of the YouTube video I linked if you just don't, if you aren't like hardcore memers and don't remember sorting algorithms, I linked it for
Yes.
I linked it for all.
Yeah, perfect.
In lieu of any other commands, of course.
Yep. So you spend a period of time sorting keys. Abby, are you doing anything in particular? Vaping, watching him sort keys? That sounds like an enthralling day.
Going through drawers and cupboards if there are any.
Well, you've got a desk with a computer on it that's not working. or you've got the door that leads into the next room where a trail of blood is leading to that door.
I shall very carefully open this door.
Very carefully. Okay. Can you roll me an agility plus energy weapons? So that's a 0 if you don't have energy weapons skill. One success. So ever so slowly, you edge open the door. The moment that you peek through, you hear the wind up of a plasma pistol that fires straight into your armor, and it does 5 energy damage.
And I say, "Oi!" and close the door.
And
Yes,
from
Commander.
behind the door, oh Jesus, this office is not big enough for power armor and a HAL 9001.
Can you just slide that office to the right a little bit towards that car?
Are we too far out?
Just.
I would if it wasn't secured down, because it's light as hell. There we go. We'll shift. From behind the door, after that shot gets fired, all you hear is this heavy, guttural coughing, and a woman's voice screaming out, going, "Get out of my claim!"
It appears she might need CPR, Captain. Should I attempt?
Who are you?
All you hear from the other side of the door is just coughing and spitting occasionally.
I have some
Amanda-
water for that cough, but you need to come out here and not fire.
Would you like me to go in and check on her, Commander?
I just put a finger up to my lips as if I'm going shh, and then a hand say, "Wait."
Okay.
And after a moment, it goes even more quiet. All you can hear is the rain pattering on the roof of this building.
Maybe we'll come back to her when the other guys get to us. Let's go into the next building.
Okay. Well, that's the tuberculosis has probably taken her there, but it's alright. Alright, very well. Understood, Commander.
So the keys have been sorted into 3 distinct piles.
Should we chain the door, Commander?
Can't hurt.
I have a block and tackle we could attempt to use.
Block and tackle is generally for lifting heavy things or
Yeah,
pulling
yeah.
heavy
I've got a
things.
chain as well. I've got a chain as well.
Yep. Alright, so you're chaining the door.
Yeah. I mean, is there anything I can chain it to per se?
What would you have? Well, you've got all you've got is the door handle. It opens inwards into the room following, not out towards you. So
What are the walls made of?
it's a demountable, so it's going to be gyprock with a timber frame.
To attempt
Probably
to
mountains
follow
of
orders,
asbestos, actually.
attempt to follow orders. I'm going to take my ripper. This is what I want to do. I want to take my ripper and punch it through the wall and punch it through the door and then run the chain around the two.
While she's firing at you.
Well, I don't know.
Uh,
I'm just following orders.
all right. So in which case, give me a strength and unarmed roll. So that'll be the same as your
Yeah,
your
two
Ripper.
successes.
2 successes.
Currently.
Okay. So you successfully punch and tear through the gyprock. There's not even insulation in this wall. It's a freezing little office, so it easily goes through. You go through the door, which is essentially made out of the cardboard and fibro shells. Easily do the same. You can loop the chain through and secure that.
Yeah. I wasn't shot at?
No.
Okay. Door secured, Commander. No hostile encounters.
Great. Let's move on.
Very good.
All right. So at this point, Rotclaw, you would be just moving into the area where Marvin is.
Do I see anything that tells me that there's someone near me?
Marvin, would have you moved out into the open, or are you trying to spot Rotclaw coming, or what are you trying to do here? After last period.
I'd probably be out in the open, still looking for anything to use to try and get across.
All right. So last rolls for the night. If both of you can give me, let's call it an intelligence plus repair roll.
There's only one better.
There we go, double success.
So
Double fails.
Marvin, as you're out in the open, you're patrolling backwards and forwards up the edge of this floodwater. You are noticing the edge is receding slightly. It's probably gone back from the edge of where you are by maybe half a meter over that couple of hours. It's still got a long way to go, but it doesn't appear to be getting worse. What you do spot is when you go a bit further down the water, there is an old power line running across this drainage channel that is still intact.
Sweet.
So that's something to think about for next session. So you've both met back up again. You would have, as you've spotted that, you then look down and Rotclaw is coming jogging up the road to you.
Marvin, what? Where is everyone?
We got separated. Floodwater hit us. Hal and Abby have gone on ahead.
Okay, well, we'll have to catch up to them.
Yeah. Got a power line and then freeze.
And scene.
And scene.